Welcome to episode 1 of Terror Firma TV. On this episode we'll be talking about horror franchises and if they are a good thing for the horror film genre and if any of them, are not shite. So check us out and let us know in the comments what you think. Cheers.
Abandon all hope, all that enter Terra Firma.
Welcome to the show, guys. Introduce yourselves. Well, I just check this little stuff on the sidebar that keeps popping up.
Dave, you want to bat lead off?
First, yeah.
Sure. I was gonna say that's I've openpened my show like that all the time, going, "Hey, we're here," and fuck, I got something to do. I'm Dave the Klone from the Hollow9ine Network, the soon to be relaunching our home base of operations, actually, Hollow9ine Network. So, very much appreciate an opportunity to come hang out on a live stream, talk about some horror movies with my buddy from Terra Firma.
And Steve.
That was lead off, dude. Now it's your turn.
All right.
That's how this works.
This is where I will promptly ground out to short stuff.
Good.
I'm Steve or Sandwich, whatever you know me as from the Ranting Raving Podcast. Me and my co-host Chris, we talk about movies all the time, so it's an honor to come on here and just yell about some horror movies for a while. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, my pleasure. We might have another guest if his computer actually ever fucking works, but we'll start ourselves. As this is the first fucking video one, I can do this to my fucking audience for the first time. Just to say, I'm Drew. I'm the one you've been listening to on the podcast. Yeah, I actually fucking look worse than you thought I was going.
Ease them into it, man. Ease them in. Lube. You need to lube this up.
People tuned in and went, ah!
Like, holy shit, they're just right in our faces. Like, there's nut all over me now.
Like, fuck it hell, he's letting himself go. So, horror franchises. I did a little poll thing on the Facebook group, which if you listen to the podcast and you aren't in the Facebook group, you're a dick. Because I fucking talk about it all the time, so fucking join it, you. Anyway, the ones that seemed to be the most popular were Saw, which surprised me. What was the other ones? Someone fucking said Scream, which was another surprise. Friday the 13th, and fucking forgot what the other one was. I'll have to fucking look it up.
That franchise is literally unkillable. They can actually make garbage and people will still be like, oh, I love the Friday the 13th movies.
Oh yeah, Friday the 13th is just some knob with a fucking knife and a mask. It doesn't really do anything for me as a movie watcher, but there you go. Yeah, Saw, Scream, Friday the 13th, and Final Destination.
God, really? Of all the fucking, I mean, wow.
Wow, I was going to say Paranormal Activity is some of my guilty pleasure horror movies, but even I know that's not the right pick.
I even defended the Paranormal Activity series on a panel once at a convention in Long Island, just because I was like, look, they didn't really put it on the screen, which fuck them. That's a big mistake on their part. But if you piece all the shit together, there's like a pretty cool story here. It's just we don't get to ever see it when we see the movie. We watch everything but that goddamn story. There's just enough for you to even know that it exists. But
I'll be honest, I liked the first one purely because, one, it was filmed dirt cheap. The guy filmed it in his own fucking house. That's clever.
$15,000 or something.
Yeah.
If you have a house like that, you use it, though, man.
That was a nice house.
You could be shooting a movie and a porno there, and never will the twain meet. It was big. It was a big house. Dude didn't even know his wife was outside. I mean, come on, dude. You could lose a kid in that house. Fucking poltergeist. Oh, shit. Our kid's been poltergeisted? Like, how long has this been going? When did this happen? I don't know, dude. I've been hearing him on the computer. I thought it was his phone. I don't know what the hell's going on. Well, shit, get a devil board. Let's find out what's happening.
Hey, Jeff's joined us. Jeff, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry I'm late. I had to reinstall Chrome, and I don't know what happened to my computer. I put new editing software in it, and I think that kind of messed everything up. So, but yeah, I'm Jeff Kacmarynski, just a independent filmmaker guy, writer. Just trying to do my thing with limited resources, but having fun doing it.
Hell yeah.
Screenwriting awards, things like that. So, yep.
Limited resources all the way.
Exactly. And I just got into a trauma anthology. One of my shorts did, so I'm really looking forward to that. So
nice. Dude.
It's going to be cool.
Awesome. So we were talking about the poll I had going and what horror franchises people were fans of. And we were a little bit baffled by the fact that fucking Saw and what was the other one I said? I fucking forgot already.
Final Destination.
Final Destination.
Exactly.
How the fuck are these making a list?
But wasn't it Saw by like leaps and bounds? Like,
yeah,
that's insane. Is it just because there's 150 movies?
There's a ton of them, yeah, from Saw.
And I think they're making another one, aren't they?
They're rebooting it, I think, or something like that. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because that needs to be rebooted.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
so we can look
exactly.
forward to another 7
Forgotten
films.
about it already. Let's reboot this shit. There's a whole generation we need to introduce to fucking Saw.
It's been 4 months since the last one.
porn.
We need to make another.
Oh my god. Let's get back to Paranormal Activity while we're at it. Come on.
Oh, jeez.
There's some merit there. I was just talking about the actual story that exists. It's like way, way, way below the surface. If you want to go to Screen Rant and find it, there's actually a nice article about it.
I was on
I'm gonna look that up.
podcast 2 months ago as a guest. We were doing something similar to this, and we were talking about the one that was some fucking ghost dimension or something, Paranormal Activity ghost.
It was the most recent one that
Yeah, I'd seen like the first 15 minutes of it and went, that's enough for me. Shit. And I did a fucking tirade of about 9 minutes just shitting all over this film, and then found out another guy on this podcast fucking wrote it.
Oh my god! Wow, dude.
And he was defending it like the whole time. Everything I said, he was defending stuff, and I was like, "What? You fucking get blown by the writer?" And he's like, "I was the writer." Blown yourself? That's fucking impressive.
Great story, dude. That's awesome.
I enjoyed the first one for what it was. I guess the original version of it before Paramount and Spielberg got involved in it with the original ending. I thought it was pretty unique for the time, but then after that, I mean,
yeah,
and it really wasn't that scary either. So,
No, it was just suspenseful, and then unfortunately, it launched like found footage in every genre for every film for the next 5 years.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it was several steps up from the Blair Witch Project, right? I mean, like that was where that whole everything started. And honestly, the only reason I even think that had traction at all was because of the marketing campaign. And very much in the same way, Paranormal Activity did a very similar campaign where they did this. They were showing the audience reactions and going, this film has been banned. If you want it in your area, you have to go to this website and put in your zip code and vote for it to go there. And I'm like, fuck you. You're on my TV right now. You're going to be in a theater where I can pay my fucking money to go see this shit. You know, this is all bullshit. But if they probably used at least the number of IP addresses they were getting to be like, look, dude, this thing's marketable. Come on, give us money, whatever the hell they did. And it was all right for a movie you could make in the weekend. You know what I mean? I actually kind of like the third one. The third one's really cool. The one where it goes back in the 80s. It's like because they keep.
I don't even remember.
The gimmick is that they always find boxes of tapes. Like we're like in the second one where they're at the sister's house and the chick who survived the first one eventually comes to take the baby. Right. And then in the third one they find a box of tapes from the 80s, which was basically the grandma's witch cult kind of getting revealed, that they put some kind of curse on the kids that they're betrothed to demons or to procreate and give birth to vessels for demons. See, that's what I'm saying. This is right. In that fucking movie, but you don't even know that because you're watching it going, paint is goddamn drying on the walls. That's what we're fucking watching right now. And then I heard somebody's keys fall downstairs. I've been asleep in non-haunted houses and heard shit like that. You know what I mean? And just been like, somebody's keys fell, whatever.
It's right the same as these fucking like Ghost Adventurer type shows. I'll get shit for this because I'm booking these types of people on my podcast. Because I stupidly asked my audience what they would like on my podcast, and they wanted me to fucking interview paranormal people.
Right.
So you watch these ghost shows, and it's literally, what was that? Well, you just fucking dropped something off camera, you wanker.
Yeah.
Or you chucked a stone. It's not fucking scary, and it's bullshit. And welcome to the show, Zach Bagans. I'll interview that cunt and I'll take a piss at him. I don't give a fuck if my audience like it or not.
Is he still doing Ghost Adventures?
I don't know. People he like get caught faking shit and still has a TV show. What the fuck is that about?
All right, I'm really being real this time, guys. We're really doing it this time. I'm using the powers.
Last time there was some CG involved, but this time we're not doing those tricks because we're not on a channel that can afford it.
Mm-hmm. So anyway,
is that what it's called? Ghost Adventures, it's for real this time, guys.
It's for real. Brought to you courtesy of free CGI software. Public domain CGI software.
That will crash your computer the minute you have to jump on a group stream.
There you go.
I was like, yeah, he's taking a shot at them right now. You might as well even fucking call him out. For those of us who have returned in progress, there was a software incident earlier in the show.
Yeah. I can't fucking say. My phone was fucked for like 2 days because of Facebook. Facebook did a fucking update and killed my phone. Had to get it fixed at the fucking Apple store. So Facebook can fuck off.
This is real.
Well.
Oh, that's not. I thought you was gonna say "fuck off Apple Store." I didn't think you were going right there.
I'm happy with Apple Store. They didn't fucking charge me, which was a miracle for Apple.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is shocking right there.
They usually charge you for fucking air the moment you walk in the place.
But they probably were like, "Wow, this is kind of interesting that this happened." Guys, write this shit down. We gotta find out who the fuck this is. Go have them killed. I'm gonna give this phone. We gotta give this guy's phone back. But we gotta tell him that it's gonna work. So go kill that guy. And Apple would actually do that shit. It was probably more just that they discovered it on your phone. Like, oh, this is cool.
Who's this fucking really tall bald guy that said "cunt" 5 fucking times since he started talking? He's only said 6 words. Let's get him the fuck out of the shop as quick as possible.
He's scaring away all the customers.
We had to put in those TSA guys just to say, "Show us your contacts real quick. We can't have that guy back in here. We need to make sure you're not affiliated, bona fide or not."
What I was going to say is, it's quite funny that you would never consider Paranormal Activity to be a fucking great series of movies, but someone says this happened and what one did this happen in and that, and everyone fucking can remember this shit happening in the movies. That's like, I don't know how you would describe it. It's kind of like going and watching a football team that's shit, but you support them anyway. Because it's like what your dad did. So there's this whole generation of people who are supporting Paranormal Activity movies because they're fucking parents. Wait, you see them when they were younger?
You just described my entire life.
That's hilarious.
It's like people still watch Friday the 13th movies, even on their shite. But they've been shite since day one.
Yeah.
So fuck Sean Cunningham. Or shite. I don't know.
I
don't want to interview him, so go fuck himself.
It is an interesting idea, the story that like the first one's about the crazy mom, and then somehow it goes at the very last minute, monster out of the lake, and this is the guy from now on for like 20 movies. You know what I mean?
It's like 5'4" fucking Jason comes out the lake, and then in the next movie he's a fucking giant.
I was gonna say by 2009 he's a bodybuilder with a machete.
Yeah,
2009 he's on fucking steroids. He's taking more steroids than The Rock.
But don't forget he was in outer space too.
Yeah, that one was crazy.
I have to admit, I did like the bit where he beat the shit out the two lassies in the sleeping bag.
There was also the one, I think there was a really brutal neck break in that one where he's like hiding around a corner and someone walked by. And he, like, when he broke that person's neck, I was just like, I fucking feel this happening. That's crazy, because of just how, like, he took the whole head and just twisted it. You're like, whoa, all right. This movie is fucking horrible, but whoever designed this shot, great job, dude. I'm fucking nauseous right now. I'm gonna die.
I think that series of films invented the fucking a kill every 12 pages in a script. They created that formula for slasher movies. In doing so, killed that fucking genre. But they invented that because you watch. If you go and watch, like, people say, oh, Halloween invented the slasher genre, but if you actually go and watch Halloween, there is fuck all kills in that movie. There's fuck all gore. Yeah, in the first one, there's fuck all gore. It's the same as Texas Chainsaw Massacre has, fuck all gore.
Fuck, actually, the first Texas Chainsaw is like parts where you're just like, why? This is taking fucking forever. If it was a David Lynch movie, I'd understand, but it's not. What the fuck is this? It's redneck shit.
I saw that film when I was like 5 and was fucking rooting for the psychopaths the whole way through it, because the kids that are in it, the teenagers, just annoy the fuck out of me.
The psychopath is rooting for the psychopaths.
Yeah. They seemed quite reminiscent of my family. To be honest.
Oh my god! Did you have the wheelchair kid who knew everything? Oh, I know everything. I know that crazy guy jumped in our car. Maybe he's this guy that I should have thought about before we let him in the car. Now that I think about it, like, okay, dude, everything you just said, fuck you when we all die. Okay, fuck you.
I think if I've got 2 brothers. I think if one of them hadn't got a fucking job, he would basically have turned into like fucking Leatherface.
Wow, dude.
Because he has a fucking serious temper on him. I could see him just going around killing folk with a big fucking mallet or something.
And are you just putting this out there in the world so that if it ever happens, they have record that you're like, I warned people.
If I get fucking killed, they know who's done it.
I want people to know what happened here. You let them know what happened when Khaleesi came to Marine.
You tell my story.
Earn this. Earn this, said he's Saving Private Ryan.
So, what horror franchise would each of you champion as the best horror franchise going?
Yeah, I know. Like, now, how are we basing the bet? I guess we could all define it. So.
Basically, whatever one you just fucking like the most, because let's be honest, most horror franchises aren't well made. The acting in them tends to be a bit shite. So there's not really much else to go on other than what entertains you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's almost blasphemy, but recent horror films like the Conjuring universe that's being created, the Conjuring 2, they are going to do a third one, and then Annabelle Creation, all get great reviews. They're all scary as fuck. They're just really well-made films, and they're really scary. And right now, there's not a bad entry in that universe. So if you want to go with batting average, I would go there right now.
Nice. They are scary as shit. The Conjuring was fucking horrifying.
Oh, yeah.
It was like really well done. And I think I kind of feel like, obviously because it was James Wan, also the Insidious sort of series of films that have very sort of self-contained feeling about. That third one kind of went a little far off the range, I think. But first
I was even say with that, there's 4 of those Insidious movies, and they're all good in their own right. It's pretty impressive what they're doing.
They brought in time travel. They bring in parallel dimensions, and that was done on the cheap too, and in a way that was very unsettling and scary. The first Insidious movie, the apartment I used to live in, even though at the time that I moved in with my ex-girlfriend, and everything was fine. Like, I was fine sleeping in the dark. I was fine walking around in pitch black. After we watched Insidious, I always had to have lights on in the place for the rest of the fucking time I lived there. Like, there was always a light in the hallway on at all times, just because that fucking lipstick demon didn't like lights. And I'm like, motherfucker, that guy's behind people at all times. Lights on, bitch. Lights on. And
that giant fucking red face. I don't think I ever jumped off my couch.
My God. Yeah. When he appears over what's his name's shoulder in that one scene, you're just like, oh my God, it's over. It's over.
That and when he's up in the corner, I don't know if it's the first one or the ceiling, you know what I'm talking about? In the nursery?
She's got the mask on and she's kind of like translating to the guy, and the guy's writing down what she's saying, and the thing is above the kid's bed. Yeah. Fucking,
Nope.
That's not what we're talking about? Where it was?
No. I'm just, I don't want to put it.
Stop talking about it. I don't want to imagine.
I'm tapping out. It's too scary.
I'll be honest. The lipstick demon, as you were calling it, didn't scare me because what it made me think of was it looked like a fucking Doug's erection.
Wow.
And all I want to know is what the fuck was the director smoking when he came up with let's make a baddie a Doug's erection.
Wow. Wow. I don't know if that's going to change the way I look at it, because that thing still scared the shit out of me. We're supposed to finally get its like origin story, I think, in the next installment, because they keep kind of keep leaving that dangling for us.
It explains the stiffness of the character, though.
I'll just keep setting them up for you to knock down.
Are they making another Insidious?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Nice. They're going prequel.
Okay.
That's got to be the Lipstick Demon's origin story.
You mentioned Conjuring. I actually know the real life eldest daughter of the family that's based on, called Andrea Perron. Yeah. Interviewed her on my old podcast. Interviewed her twice. This is a bit of an exclusive for this show. Interviewed her twice. The first time it didn't record because I fucking forgot to press record. So I told her that issues with Skype, but I'd fucked up. I was half drunk at the time, so I'd fucked up.
I'd say fully drunk.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's a daily basis at that time.
Oh, shit.
But when she redid the interview and I was asking her the same questions, she fucking cried at the same moments.
Wow.
Like a fucking rehearsed thing. So it was kind of interesting.
Like, rehearsed. Oh shit.
Yeah.
See, that takes.
And if we weren't on camera, I would probably have been like, making faces and shit at her. But at that time, I was too polite to do that. I was far too polite to be doing that on my first podcast. On this podcast, I'd be calling her out on it.
Wow. Wow.
Because I don't give a fuck anymore.
Well, that's the whole thing, though. I mean, like, these are some of the people that are out there going, this shit is real, dudes. All right, it happened to me. I fucking went through it. And we're like, okay, well, that's kind of making the mystique of all this work, I mean, I definitely think about it when I'm looking at places to live. I'm like, all right, was anybody killed here?
Right.
Anybody murder their whole family and then hang themselves out in a fucking tree in the back? No? All right, good. That's
anybody named Bathsheba on the previous?
Yeah, right.
It's like the first house that we used to live in, a house that was over 100 and some years old. And we didn't know this after we closed on it, but I was out doing yard work. And this guy pulls up and goes, "Oh, you're living in so-and-so's house now?" And I'm like, yeah, I heard a lot about him. He goes, "Oh, well, he died in the bathtub. So, if you hear any weird shit going on, his ghost is still there." I'm like, thanks a lot for telling
what the fuck, dude? I think you could sue the realtor for not telling you that.
Yeah, probably could have.
Yeah,
We're out of that house now, though.
Did you guys have any experiences there?
Not really. No, unfortunately. Really. I always wanted to, but we never really did. As far as franchises you guys are talking about, I'm gonna have to agree with you on recent ones. I really do like the Insidious movies.
Okay.
For me, what creeped me out more was just the use of that stupid Tiny Tim song.
Oh wow!
Tripping through the daisies or whatever. That just got to me the first time I saw it, and just like, I know this song. It's not that scary, but in the context, it just really uneasy. So
anytime they play children's songs in horror movies, it's like, ugh.
Like, why are you doing this?
My all-time favorite, and I don't know if we really could consider it horror. It's probably more sci-fi. For me, is obviously the Alien franchise.
Yes. Oh my god, I was hoping someone would.
Even wearing an Alien
nice.
shirt today, so yeah, I even like the shitty ones, except for maybe Alien versus Predator 2. Not so sure about that one. That's like the only Alien movie I did not see in theaters purposely. But
well, what
yeah,
about
that whole
like
series.
even Prometheus and Covenant, like even the new ones, or
I
or
saw Prometheus on it counts, I guess. I saw Prometheus opening nights at a midnight showing, and I sat in the parking lot for like an hour afterwards going, Ridley Scott, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah.
And over time, I developed an appreciation for it. I went back and watched the Blu-ray, and I don't think it completely sucks. It's a well-made movie, but it could have been better.
Yeah, it was. I think it sold too much in the vagueness of looking like it's going to be exactly what we've been waiting for, like a new Alien movie, and definitely a prequel because we see the space jockey and the ship and everything.
The ship and the space jockey, they got even the same stinking sound effect.
Yeah.
That high pitched woo, whatever, from the preview. And everybody's thinking, yeah. And you watch it, the fuck is this? But and then I did see Covenant, and for what Covenant was, I enjoyed it. I went in with really low expectations.
Right.
So I ended up liking it a lot more than probably most people did.
It's kind of an interesting way for them to sort of like lead the franchises to meeting somewhere, that like this android, like, spoiler alert, by the way, out there, everyone, fuck you if you haven't seen it, that this android is the mastermind behind all of this, you know what I mean? That like,
right.
just because he's, fucking hates humanity, like, oh, whatever, we're going to make some fucking monsters. Like,
and on one hand, it's kind of cool, but then I thought about, on the other hand, it does take away that mystique of, do I really need to know where Geiger's alien came from? No, probably not, because as a kid, when I saw the first Alien in 1979 in the theaters, I didn't want to know. I just know it scared the shit out of me, and that's all I wanted to know. And you thought about all these crazy stories about where you think it came from, and now it's just an android, like you said, that hates people. So it's kind of a mixed feeling on that, but it is kind of cool.
But it did. I mean, and it also did. I mean, I hated Prometheus, and it's grown on me a little bit over time as well. And I guess part of me also, because of all the rumors that Neil Blomkamp was going to be doing Alien 5, that was like going to retcon and pick up where Aliens left off and kind of put us in a better trajectory there. Is sort of like, I feel like the franchises feel the halves of it anyway feel different. So I feel like I think of the old Alien franchise. If we were talking about horror franchises, I think of like the first Alien, Aliens, even through Alien 3, I really enjoyed it. But Alien Resurrection is where it like really kind of starts to fall apart. And then Predator, which was just awesome on its own, Predator was so badass just as Predator, and it was just because that one shot of that the xenomorph skull in his trophy case in Predator 2 that all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, we gotta cross these franchises, we gotta do it. Like, really? I don't know. The comic books were kind of okay, but I think for movies it didn't really work. I don't know.
No, I agree. I don't think the movies. The first one, I had a fun time with it, but it was still ultimately not satisfying, especially considering who directed it. So I won't say anything else. I mean, well, I just got done for the first time watching the Resident Evil series. I stopped at 3 and finished the other ones. And
you got a ways to go.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm done. Oh, I finished. I just watched the last one, and I stopped after 3 when they came out, and then I just kind of neglected however many of them there were, and I just watched the final one last week, and I got a migraine after 10 minutes of it, because it's just, he couldn't hold on to a shot for more than 5 seconds. It's just bam, 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 and it's like, you've got pretty good production design here. You obviously had some money behind this movie. Let us see what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
Instead of, but yeah, anyway. Obviously they did well though, because they're rebooting that series now. They're rebooting that franchise.
Yeah.
No, Jesus.
Yeah, it's called The Predator.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be like on the Predator's world? Are we seeing the Predator world in this one? Or
I have no idea. I haven't read too much about it.
I've seen cast photos, and they look like soldiers. So I don't know if it's back in the fucking jungle, to be honest.
Isn't it like Dutch's son or Dutch's like nephew or some shit? Like it's a descendant of Schwarzenegger from the first film. So it's like, to me, I don't consider continuing something, you know, decades later as much of a reboot as like a far delayed sequel or like a long awaited sequel. I mean, if it's kind of going to live in the same as if the timeline hasn't changed, to me, a reboot is like, all right, we're fucking pretending the first ones are gone. Like completely just, they don't count. You know, it's like the Nolan Batmans. It's like, yep, okay, there was that. Then there's these three that are just these three. And then anything that comes after this, even though I was producing Man of Steel and was supposed to kind of merge the worlds a little bit better, is going to be separate. It's just my trilogy, these three. This is it. Kind of like a standalone anthology.
Yeah. Shane Black not writing the script for the Predator?
Isn't he doing the, and he was, you know, Hawkins.
Yeah.
Jeez, he got a big pussy. Jeez, he got a big pussy.
Yeah. You got a lot further into the Resident Evil franchises than I did. I think I watched the first one and just went, fuck it, that's it for me.
I think I win because I didn't watch any of them.
Yeah.
Never looked interesting.
Right? The first one wasn't bad. The mansion looked like the mansion from the game for the first like 10 minutes of the movie. You know, it felt like the game again. Kinda.
It looked like the poster child for bad video game movies, and I just avoided it.
It is.
And no one was like walking along a wall like this. That's what fucking Resident Evil is when I'm playing it. Me going along a wall like this.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's awesome.
That's great.
I recently saw a headline. I didn't read the article, but the article was titled like 10 games that haven't withstood the test of time, and it was a shot of Resident Evil 2's like splash page. The cover of the box was the photo for the article, and I was like, yeah, I haven't touched any of the old games, but I still have my original Xbox that's accessible, and I like to throw it on every once in a while. At least I thought I would like to. I tried recently, and I'm like, whoa, so slow. What the hell? And it was just, you don't really realize it, but the newer tech, it's so much better. I don't know. It's almost like Prometheus looks different because they were able to film it better now. You know what I mean? So it's sort of like, even if they didn't intend for the franchise pieces to look so different, they are going to look different. You know what I mean? It's sort of nothing to do about it. They had better fucking ships and screens before the Nostromo came along. The Nostromo has fucking tube TVs.
We have touch screens in Prometheus, and then in Alien we have buttons that were flipping and switching and analog LED lights. You know, I mean, come on. At least in Covenant, they tried to merge those two worlds together. You had the touch screens in Prometheus, but you had a bunch of switches that were flicking. So I don't know.
It's the problem for the ages.
Yep.
Drew,
I used to like the Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween. There's some of the Halloween sequels I kind of like. I remember as a kid, I quite liked the fourth one because it was so shit. Like, there's literally a scene in it where it takes him like 10 minutes to go up a fucking set of stairs, and this guy stands halfway up waiting on him so he can get killed. And as a kid, I'm like,
what the hell?
You're very fucking special, mate. I would have been chucking my bug down the stair at him so I could get the fuck out of there. That's the difference. But I always thought the thing that always kind of pissed me off with the way the sequels went in Halloween 1, he's basically just a normal fucking guy that's a psychopath. You know, by, you know, the second one, and then, you know, you skip the third one because he's not in it. And the fourth one, that he's now a fucking supernatural being and can't be killed. It's like, that just stops being scary to me.
Yeah.
It's cheap. It was like a cult, right? It wasn't like the cult had
Cult of
something
Thorn,
to him.
I think it was called.
Well, like in the fourth and the fifth one is where they actually have like magic stones, right? Like magic runes and shit. And there was that through line of the the little girl, was that the youngest sister of the family or something like that? Who did she turn out to be? The daughter.
She was supposed to be Jamie Lee Curtis's character's daughter.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. When did she have a kid? When she was busy not being stalked by Michael Myers after being traumatized from the longest Halloween night of her life? Hey, all right, now I can go get knocked up. I lived through that.
And then you had the H2O movie.
I
had the H2O movie. I don't remember how that even fitted in there. That was kind of separate, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that
was technically supposed to be a sequel to Halloween 2, like the other ones didn't exist.
Wow.
Which is quite funny because they've now done that again, because the Halloween movie, which is coming out next year, is a sequel to Halloween 2.
That's the one that Danny McBride why is the
John Carpenter's getting a paycheck because he's doing fuck all on it. He's just getting a paycheck and he's scoring it.
He also had to sign off on it, though. I think that he had to approve the script.
But it's like, here's your money.
Jordan Peele's writing it with him, right? It's Danny McBride and Jordan Peele are doing it together. Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see that.
You got to remember, it's the same what he did on the Fog remake.
Oh,
he was a fucking producer on that. That film was shite.
True.
Never saw it.
I watched The Mist instead. It was just like 2 movies. There's like, we have a new Armageddon Deep Impact happening here. I'm gonna go with the Stephen King. Not to say Carpenter isn't awesome. The Thing is awesome. I love The Thing.
I love John Carpenter, but he's getting some money. That's it. He's been looking to make. He was trying to fund some film and couldn't get funding for it. He's been trying to make it for like 6 years, and you're like, if a filmmaker of like that caliber, fair enough. It's been a while since he's had a hit, but a filmmaker of that caliber can't get fucking funding for the dream project.
That's crazy.
It is a little scary though, because I think the cliche is once you make it in Tinseltown, and you have that kind of cachet, you should be able to just make a phone call and be like, so I want to do this. I want to do Big Trouble in Little China. The early years, we got to get a young Kurt Russell situation happening here, and they were just like, we're not gonna do that. Like, wait, what?
We'll put The Rock in it.
Yeah,
we'll make a remake with The Rock.
Hell,
I think that's what.
I can't even stomach the fact that they're doing that. That's killing me.
I did read something today though, and I didn't catch the whole article. Carpenter supposedly is doing some TV show deal now. I don't remember what the network was or something. I just saw it in passing on probably Facebook or something. But he's got something in the works or some kind of anthology show or something. So,
is it related to the Big Trouble in Little China universe or?
No, just something that Carpenter's doing. I don't know.
Kind of like the Masters of Horror thing he did before. I think it's something like that.
It might be something like that. Yeah. Like I said, I just saw the article and headline. I think it was probably about the time I was trying to get ready for this. But he's doing something. So you can look it up. And
there was a rumor a while back that they were looking to bring back The Outer Limits. And it's going to be all these 80s fucking horror and sci-fi directors. We're going to do the first bunch of episodes as well. So I don't know if he's been linked with that.
I feel it's every time they try to do stuff like that, it doesn't work. And I don't know why. Is it just because the audience doesn't appreciate stuff like that on TV anymore?
Here's my opinion on it. Stuff you watched when you were a kid, you're nostalgic for. Yeah, if you watch it nowadays, it's aged like fuck and it's shit. But you're nostalgic for it, so you always think it's better than the remakes.
Yeah.
I was going to say nostalgia is just the entire equation there.
Yeah.
And then you watch the new version of it, you're like, oh, wow, this is really not good. Never mind.
Nostalgia is the Vaseline on the camera lens of life.
It's like my wife had never seen Halloween, right? So I was like, oh, it's a fucking classic movie. You got to sit through it. And we were like 20 minutes in, and I was like, fucking hell, this is very fucking,
Why did I do this?
Watching this with someone that's never seen it before, you're like, fucking hell, this is not aged well.
Yeah, like I loved the original Fright Night with William Ragsdale and Chris Sarandon, and when they remade it, I was furious. I was like, fuck you guys, make a sequel, make number 3. William Ragsdale isn't doing shit right now, just go get him. But I guess that wouldn't draw anybody because there's this whole generation that doesn't even want to fucking hear it. And I hate sounding like an old person, but they're like, if it was from before I was alive, being that they're 13 or 14 right now, like, if it was before I was alive, I literally don't give a fuck that it exists. And you're like, okay, great. And so you think that Jerry Dandridge is Colin Farrell, and it's not. It's this guy over here. It's the Princess Bride guy. That's who it is. But I love that movie. And when I saw that they were remaking it, I was just like, ah, shit. Like, immediately the anti-nostalgia was like, I'm not even gonna fucking bother watching this. And then I watched part of it on cable once, and I'm like, you know what? It wasn't so half bad, and it was the original director. So I kind of am like, now I don't know if I'm supposed to feel like it's okay to like this reboot or remake. You know what I mean? Sometimes I just kind of feel like just leave the shit alone and don't ever bring it up again. Make something new, kind of similar. Take an influence.
Yeah, I thought it would be very watchable if they didn't have that fucking McLovin guy in it.
Yeah. Wait,
why is he in movies?
Evil, right? And I was like, what?
Who the fuck is he in any movie for?
What else has he really been in besides that and Superbad? I haven't really seen him in anything.
Kick-Ass.
1 and 2, Kick-Ass. And he was also in that movie Role Models with Sean William Scott and
oh, that's right.
Basically a lot of really shite movies that are made shite by him being in them. It's
and
like the guy that was Napoleon Dynamite. It's like, why the fuck's he in a movie?
Yeah, just do Napoleon Dynamite. Let it be. Let it be. Just leave it lie right there.
I feel like guys like that, like he knew his career was short, so he did like 100 films in the span of 3 years. Good for him. He got his money. He got out because he knew.
Showing absolutely no fucking range in them.
And you probably just sunk money away, dude. You just put money in an account, let that shit build on interest before everything crashed, and pulled out at the right time.
Did Benchwarmers with Rob Schneider, and he was like, "Peace, Hollywood."
He also did that Blades of Fury or Blades of Glory, whatever the hell. Blades of Glory. Blades of Glory holes.
That's right.
To be fair, he's probably richer than Johnny Depp right now.
But it's funny, like
not Johnny Depp, though.
Johnny Depp, who's lost his mind. When you were talking about nostalgia, like I
totally know what happens when you beat your wife, allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly. None of us get sued. We all say it.
Can say that allegedly.
Do you remember a little TV show called Tales from the Dark Side? Way back in the day, George Romero's series. I, recently ordered the whole 4 seasons of it on DVD, and totally because of nostalgia, I was telling myself as I was getting through certain episodes, like, this was good, dude. This is respect to the past watching this. There are some episodes that are still awesome, but then there's some that I'm like, oh my fucking God, this was on TV. This was on TV. We sat and watched this Saturday night. We made sure we were home to watch it. I think it's like, I just love the intro, and then as soon as the episode starts, I'm like, all right, if it's not one that I recognize, I'm just skipping right past this. Like, if it's not one I can literally remember watching as a child, gone. There's a lot.
Just recently watched that too. I purchased the box set, and the first season. After that, like you said,
that first episode is awesome. That first episode, the one with the witch and the trick or treating, that's so good.
And which the one with the creature in the closet? That was always a favorite of mine. With the guy that was in Creep Show, he plays the professor, and he's got.
Oh yeah. What's his name?
I can't remember his name.
Hal Holbrook. Is it Hal Holbrook?
I don't think it was him. No, it was Hal Holbrook's friend. In the
other professor, the other guy who was then a bad
other
guy. Professor.
Yes,
he was the bad guy in MacGyver and like Reanimator and all that other stuff.
But after that though, that I found myself not recognizing any of those episodes, and just okay, I'm gonna finish it because I bought this. I'm gonna watch them all.
Yeah,
if it kills me, and it killed me sometimes.
There were some that were just so bad.
It's like the thing is, though, if you go back and watch like fucking season 1 of the X-Files or something, it looks so fucking old now.
Oh,
it's rough.
It looks like it's from the 80s, not the fucking 90s.
It's really bad, and I don't know if that's. And it's weird because there's some things that they've restored on Blu-ray, and you'd swear they shot it yesterday because it looks so clean. And I'm like, how in the fuck were they able to do that? There was no Blu-ray back then. I guess when they were shooting on film, high enough resolution, they were shooting this stuff on like video at Fox because it looks rough, like so.
Technology is advancing so fast, especially in the video world, that even stuff from like 2005 looks like it's from like 30 years ago.
Yeah,
because of how quickly the HD and everything came along.
Yeah, well,
I picked up some movies that Vinegar Syndrome. I went to the Days of the Dead convention out in Indianapolis last weekend and picked up a bunch of Vinegar Syndrome and Severin films. I always order that stuff anyway, but I watched I think it was called Slaughterhouse. Late 80s slasher, and they did such a good job restoring it, which is great, but it looks like it was shot yesterday. If it wasn't for the 80s hairdos and music and the cheap effects, it'd be like, oh shit, they just shot this last month. You know, so it looks great, but yeah, it's what you were saying, some of the stuff, then you go back and watch, it's like, what the hell? X-Files looks like shit.
It's like some of the stories carry it through, you know, because like you remember, and especially once the mythology starts getting built, you're like, oh wow, fucking cigarette smoking man was real involved with everything. Like Jesus Christ. Like if you don't watch this motherfucker.
Twin Peaks is the same way. When Twin Peaks came out on Blu-ray, I remember watching that thinking, my God, you know, on network TV, this looks beautiful. And then you watch the Blu-rays and it's like, what?
They really
it looks like it was shot on 16mm film.
Yeah, they had no budget for this special effect. This effect is not special at all.
I watched this film. I was going to do one of my review episodes on it. It's called what's it? Terror Beaver, which I thought was a fucked up stupid name. But it's kind of like Terror Beaver. I thought, this will be fucking fun. It was made last year and it looks like it was made in the fucking 60s with the special effects. There's literally a bit in it where there's bats on fucking strings.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, they had fucking CG fire a second ago, and now we've got fucking strings with bats dangling. Fuck?
They blew their wad on the CGI fire. That's why.
There was something that was making its rounds around some of the New York festivals called Crackoon. That was I can't believe I'm giving it props right now, because I mean it's one of those things where I'm like, no, and I really can't shit on people who actually have the motivation and go out and make a fucking movie or make a project or put something together. I mean, maybe there are people who should have never done that, but the fact that they had the passion to do it and that they actually got other people involved and camera people, like, go you. But when your fucking thing is called Crackoon and it's about like a raccoon that takes some nuclear poisoned crack and becomes like an undead zombie that's going around and killing people, and there are scenes where you literally see like the hand in the puppet like killing the person, I'm just like, all right, look, this was fun, guys. But like, even if I participated in this, if I was friends with these guys, I'd be like, this is cool. Burn this fucking thing. We all watched it. It was great. But now just burn it and bury it. But apparently it was gaining traction. So I don't know. You know, it's hard to
This
gauge.
is the type of shite my fucking fans of this show tell me to watch. There's this fucking great movie called Zombies versus Bigfoot.
Is there like, are they chatting to you right now going, yeah, I saw Crackoon, man, that shit's amazing. Why is Dave shitting all over it? Like, go fuck yourself. If you're writing that, seriously, go fuck yourself. You're a part of the problem.
Anything that's too shitty to be a sci-fi original, they tell the truth and watch.
Exactly.
There's a guy that's just commented the whole way through this fucking thing, Exorcist, like a million fucking times. I just refuse to say it.
His head is spinning around wherever he is, and he's pea soup all over the room.
And
it's really cool.
Your buddy's here.
Oh yeah.
Donkey Punch for life.
For life. This is what happens when you donkey punch the first day you have sex. You're like, I'm doing this forever. I'm sorry. This is the best shit I've ever experienced in my life. And it resulted in me coming. We're doing this again. So Donkey Punch for life. Thanks for checking this out.
He's saying, is there any Asian horror franchises that you like? Ringu was pretty good. The first couple.
Ringu was pretty awesome.
And first one scared the shit out of me.
Yeah. first.
The
one.
original version of The Eye too, I think was pretty sweet.
Yes.
And the fact that they're doing Grudge versus The Ring, right? Or are they doing that?
That's out already. Yeah, it's been on Chiller TV or one of those channels. It had its premiere on there.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, they got the rights for it. I haven't seen anything about DVD release yet, but they got the exclusive rights. And actually, the reviews I read of that actually said it was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So go figure.
They did a big publicity stunt in Japan where like they both appeared at a baseball game and one was pitching and the other was a bat. It was like pretty fucking intense how like that's their mascots over there. They're like, fuck it, bring out the Grudge in the ring. We're out here going, we got Mr. Met running around fucking City Field going, hey, everybody, baseball. They're like, bring out some horror monsters, real horror monsters. Anyone who told the kids this shit doesn't exist, that kid is losing his mind in the stand right now. There's puke everywhere. Kids are literally shitting themselves, and we're out here clapping while they pitch and fucking bat to each other. Tokyo, man.
I'll throw out. There's a Japanese horror film. I can't remember the fucking original Japanese name for it because, like, I'm Scottish, so I'm not gonna be able to fucking pronounce it anyway. But the English name for it is Black Mold, and it's basically a family move into this new house that they can't really afford. They're down their luck, and there's fucking black mold in the ceiling, and it drives the fucking parents mental. It's fucking really good. It sounds fucking stupid. There's a scene in it where the mum fucking chucks boiling water in a pan over her Wayne.
Oh, wow.
Her kid, basically, her child. I shouldn't say Wayne. Wow. It's really traveling beyond Scotland.
I assume what you just said is pretty bad, so I'm gonna nod and
it's
say,
like, she's boiling this water, and you like, I don't know, she's supposed to be making tea or something, but she's boiling water, and the Wayne's just fucking sitting behind her going la 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 like this, and I'd have fucking killed the Wayne. But she just goes like this, and fucking chucks it on her, and the effects are fucking brilliant.
Oh my god!
And no social work turn up at all. That's just fucking normal, apparently. In that part of it.
I used to be an avid.
Show up at all. Let that sink in for a second. Other countries is like, fuck it, man. You had kids. Good luck. We're not gonna get involved. That's gonna be plenty pain for all of you. Holy shit.
I was gonna say I used to be an avid Asian horror fan. About the first time I saw the first Ringu, but then when China and Hong Kong and South Korea got involved, in every freaking movie had the ghost in the white dress with the greasy hair in front, and it just got. And then they were cell phones, and then they were in DVD players, then they were on YouTube, and what's the last Ring movie they made? It was a YouTube video that went around. It was just called Sadako. It was absolutely a horrible movie.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was terrible. And then I just like, if you're not going to do anything new, I'm going to take a break for a while. And I really haven't watched too much Asian horror lately because of that. It just got to be too much of an overkill.
Yeah.
To be fair, it was better. I don't know if you've ever seen it. There's a film called Friend Request. That's a fucking shite movie.
Well, is that related to Unfriended in any way? Because
Unfriended?
It's even worse. But it's basically the same film.
That it's a horrible. I mean,
those are actually two different films.
Yes. Unfriended.
If you put them on a screen side by side, you wouldn't fucking know it though. Because
Friend
basically the same.
Friend Request is the new one though, right? That's the one that's on its way out this summer. Because we were just doing at Hollow9ine, we were doing our horror podcast, doing on what we're looking forward to for the rest of the summer. And I obviously have been like, under a rock doing other shit lately. So when I like Googled, all right, what's coming out in 2017 summer, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Friend Request? And my one friend was like, oh yeah, we're not even going to talk about that one. I'm like, oh, okay, good. All right, moving right along.
Shouldn't it be like retweet or unfollow or something that's not Facebook? Because it's
yeah, retweet. Imagine that. 144 characters before you die. Well, there's another one.
That's your president. Fucking
45. There's one called Wishbox, which I did not even see. I saw one trailer really quick, and it was just what I saw of it. I was like, oh, fucking stupid. And it's like, did you open that Wishbox your dad sent you from whatever country he's visiting? It's like, yeah. Oh my God, is there music still coming out of it? Yeah. people are gonna die until the music stops. I'm like, oh my god, I don't need to watch this. Like, just gonna avoid this completely. You're just like, what the fuck is getting through? Like, how is this getting through? There's not a room of people going, no. Like, just take this shit back, go write something else. I don't know. This is garbage. There's no such thing, apparently. I mean, Human Centipede had 3 movies. You know what I mean? Like, that happened.
That happened.
That's a thing.
You got to really wonder what type of person watched all 3, and what type of person watches all 3 back to back.
I actually judge people when they tell me that they like those movies. I'm like, fuck you, dude. Get away from me. Get away from me right now. I don't even want to be near you. You're some sick deviant. I don't even want to be near you. That's insane.
So I'm the only one who jerks off and watches those movies.
It's just the comment that Donkey Punch for Life is made. That's his porn.
That's his porn. Donkey Punch, I'm sorry, bro, but that's disgusting. You want to eat shit for life, huh? There you go. That's donkey punching for life.
Feeling he's like fucking 12 years old or something.
But he knew what donkey punching was to make it his screen name. Come on now.
Apparently.
But other one, Nightmare on Elm Street. I liked those films as a kid. The first one I still like, although again not fucking held up.
Yeah.
No, it's good. Like, everything about it is good enough except for the soundtrack. It's too 1985. Like, the keyboards when they're running away just completely takes you out of it.
It's the scene where he's going down the fucking alley with the big long arms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That you can see how they're held up. You're like, that's a bit fucking shit.
I remember they used to always talk about, they had all these roll caps just in the walls. And I'm like, dude, and it's like, if you never had a cap gun that had the roll of caps, you didn't even know what he was talking about. But he's like, it was just brilliant. They had these roll caps painted like brick walls. And I'm like, all right, good. You guys were making shit with your hands back then. Paper mache. We got it. But it's still a scary movie. Like, the concept is scary.
Yeah.
To be fair, the old school way of making the effects still works. You know, you see them, creature effects, shit like that now. It's going to hold up longer than fucking CGI. CGI is out of date fucking 5 minutes after you've used it in the film.
Yeah. Oh my
Nowadays,
God.
it's like every sci-fi movie that comes out just looks like a fucking cartoon. So you're like sitting, you're like, well, that's exciting. It's like the fucking Jetsons.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
I feel like Lord of the Rings it works better for, because of that whole like sort of world being all fantastical. It kind of maybe it's easier for you to forgive the cartoony looking of the sort of monsters and whatnot. But I mean, the things that were still scary were those fucking orcs that were these big fucking guys in makeup. So, what movie were they just talking about? It's got a sequel coming out and they're doing all the effects practical, and it was like everybody was cheering. I mean, I know sort of the new Star Wars, the look of the new Star Wars is moving a little bit more towards the old, mostly practical effects world, but horror-wise, I can't remember. There was one shit. Of course, I'll probably remember this as soon as we get off the stream here.
Was it The Void?
I don't think so, because I've never heard of that before.
Okay. You never heard of The Void?
Is that on it's way out?
It's been released already. It's been released already. The Void, yeah. It used all practical effects,
Nice.
all the creature effects, practical, all the makeup effects. It's playing on iTunes, Google Play. It had a limited theatrical release, and I got the Blu-ray from Diabolic DVD. There's a little plug for them. They are the only ones that had the Blu-ray release. But yeah, unfortunately, they tried to make a throwback movies to the 80s, like Carpenter, and everything was practical and really well done, but it still used too many quick cuts.
Yeah.
So by the time you saw something that, holy shit, that's a practical puppet they're using, but it was so fast and so dark. But I applauded them for going that route with no CGI whatsoever. So
Nice.
It's one worth checking out,
though. What was I going to say? There's one coming out that it's got a bunch of fucking famous horror actors in it. It's like kind of set in a prison or some shit, but it's got like Kane Hodder and fucking Sid Haig.
Yeah.
Like everyone, I should fucking know the name because I've been talking to the director to fucking have him on my show. Somebody will look a right knob if he fucking watches this. But
should we go to the Google machine, or do we want to just wing it and say, "Oh, we fucked up this time"? I can go to the Google.
We'll just make up a fucking name for it. It's called Donkey Punch for Life.
Donkey Punch for Life.
Kane Hodder's Donkey Punching Sid Haig.
Oh my god! Wow.
Bet you that'd be a fucking hit.
Holy Captain Spaulding! Wow. Wow.
I'll do a cheap plug. There's a film I want to see coming out this year called Bone Jangles. I want to see it because I'm interviewing the director next week.
There you go. It might be a good idea just to see it because of that, not whether you want to or not.
It's got Reggie Bannister in it from the Phantasm movies.
Fantastic.
Oh wow! Holy shit!
Yeah. Which is always funny for me because I was like, he was like the least fucking heroic looking guy on the planet back in those films. So I always thought it was hilarious when I was wee. It's like, the guy just looks like someone's fucking creepy uncle. What the fuck is he saving the world for?
Yeah.
Is there a movie that you guys wish they would reboot, or a show that you wish they reboot that they haven't already, that you think would be just because now would be a good time to try to make it? Like, because the technology that we have, not even talking CG, but like just camera wise, and like some of the things that people have been able to push, like the James Wan look and things like that. Is there something that you kind of want to see have the 2017 makeover?
I wish they would reboot the Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nice, yeah. I didn't even bother watching that new one because I like the original.
Me neither. I just heard terrible things, and I don't need that in my life. So I wish they would do it right.
I did a review episode on my show where I got a lot of Twitter hate because I called it the raping of Elm Street. So people, all these fucking feminists tell me I shouldn't be using the word rape in the title. But yeah.
And then you were like, did you see the film?
Yeah, he's all about raping kids in that one.
I actually put up the word rape. And I was like, it actually fits what I'm fucking saying. I'm saying they raped and pillaged a franchise. Basically, so I didn't say fuck you at the end of it because that's quite mean, but that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that film fucking
you? No.
I know, right? They get to hear it now. Fuck them. And you know what? If you can't deal with it, fuck you anyway. You need to get some.
Plus, why are you fucking looking at shit on my Twitter?
Yeah.
Easily offended.
Oh, shit. I fly a giant flag with a cock on it. You know where I'm starting from. Oh shit! Have you guys ever seen a movie called Night of the Creeps?
Yes.
1980.
Yeah.
Yep.
That takes place on a college campus. Yeah. That I wish somebody would take like a taking itself seriously.
Ooh,
let's make this over and make it new approach, because it had so many tropes going on and it was so campy and cheesy. You know what I mean? Like, I just think if they did it now and they found a bunch of people, but like, you know, you got to get a couple names in there. You know, the detective guy has to be played by somebody that we all would recognize, like maybe Bruce Campbell or somebody like that. But I think that is a movie I wish they would reboot. That like seems to just be wallowing in nothingness. It's a Fred Decker film. Same guy did Monster Squad. So yeah, if anyone wants to go check it out, it's available on Blu-ray. It looks really good. It looks like they made it yesterday.
It does. Yeah.
I've always thought Salem's Lot's probably due a remake. At least a decent fucking version.
Now that they're making Stephen King movies, yeah.
You know, have a version with fucking Hutch for Starsky and Hutch in it.
Holy shit.
It's like, why have the shit on? You're going to cast someone from Starsky and Hutch, you go Starsky and then Huggy Bear. You don't say fucking Hutch.
No. Hutch was a fucking placeholder, dude. We never actually thought this shit would take off. We couldn't come up with anything before the first. He
was the fucking cock in that show. He's not heroic.
Every episode we were supposed to kill Hutch, and every episode his agent negotiated harder.
I remember reading an article on him once. Before he became an actor, was a fucking rent boy because he was homeless. That's not funny. I'm just putting that out there. So if you think how far he went in his life because he was a pop star and everything. So if you've got a shit life, you could one day be Hutch.
That's the horizon for you to look for. Hutch. I want to be Hutch.
You might need to get bummed for money before you get there, but
oh my god.
There's a fucking campaign online at the moment for Jaws to get remade, which I don't really see the point, because the shark will still look fake as fuck.
And they've done so many shark movies lately.
Yeah.
In the last couple of years.
Yeah, there's too many shark movies. Just leave Jaws alone. Leave him alone.
The one that's like the sharks getting fucking exorcised, the Shark Exorcist or something.
Shark Exorcist, yeah.
What?
There's Shark Exorcist, and then there's one called Raiders of the Lost Shark.
Wow. Are you shitting me?
I'm
and
serious.
And Sharknado 5 is on its way out too.
God.
I actually have Shark Exorcist on DVD. I haven't watched it yet, but I got it for $1 at Family Video. So
the one.
It's got a pretty good cover. The cover image is pretty good. The guy holding the cross up to the shark. That's quite fun.
Well, joke's on me, because that's the next film I'm watching.
Oh, jeez. You can let us know how it is.
It's a good film to watch if you're pissed. I wouldn't watch it sober, because what the risk?
What are you thinking? Oh shit!
You'd prefer to be fucking possessed than have to watch it sober. That's the thing. Why is there so many fucking possession movies out at the moment?
Yeah.
We live in a time when fuck all people are actually religious, but they keep making all these fucking religious horror movies.
Well,
who's scared by...
Like, it's impossible to keep track of the ones you've actually seen.
Well, the funny thing is, too, because there'll be one called The Last Exorcist, and then all of a sudden it's like The Last Exorcist 2. You're like, well, what the fucking fuck, dude?
The Exorcism of Emma Rose, and it's The Exorcism of John Smith, and it's like, well, which one did I see? I don't remember. Like,
no.
It's basically, they either put exorcism or possession, and then some fucker's name at the end of it.
Right?
There's like 50 of these movies. It's like people keep recommending them to me. They're like, oh, I want to see what you think about them. I think they're shit. End of.
Just assume he thinks they're shit until he doesn't. Well, if you follow conspiracy theory lore, the Hollywood machine is basically Satan's sort of PR machine on our plane of existence, and the rash of demonic movies lately would sort of indicate a very confident pussy grabbing stance, I think, from the side that believes that the return of Satan is upon us. I think that's, maybe you can chalk it up to that a little bit if you follow conspiracy theories, which I'm just saying I dip a toe in because it's fun, but I'm not saying.
Hollywood's too fucking up Scientology's arse to be anything to do with the devil.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just
That's going to have offended someone.
There's plenty of rabbit holes down there on the YouTube. You can check out and see all about the Illuminati. I think just by mentioning it now, this is going to get a little bump in the stream feeds because they gotta okay, who the fuck are these guys? We gotta monitor.
They'll probably try and fucking pull my video. They're like, mention this.
People know. Dude,
he's associated with taking fucking tablets for like stress and fucking depression. You can't have that linked with Scientology.
Oh shit! Link them to Scientology. There's Scientology ad rolls all over this.
On this same topic, do you think Tom Cruise will ditch Scientology now that the fucking Mummy movie bombed?
Oh,
even they can't make him have a successful film.
He's like their prized possession.
Not if the rest of those Dark Universe movies make money and he's the executive producer on them.
I've heard that some of them might be getting cancelled.
Really? Because of this one failed tentpole.
Yeah.
So wait, they were trying to do a whole shared universe between these films? Like there was gonna be
they were going to
they were trying to I didn't see The Mummy, but apparently every time Russell Crowe appeared on screen, he was just literally Mr. Exposition about like what the rest of these movies would be.
Yeah, because he's
right. Apparently, from what I heard, he's collecting the monsters or something, and his whole goal, I guess, he's Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, he's Jekyll and Hyde.
Right. Oh, wow. And his whole goal, he works for some agency where they're trying to collect the classic Universal monsters, and he's trying to collect the Mummy. But then it turns out that Tom Cruise is actually somehow
The chosen
possessed with part of the mummy's power or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going by what somebody at work told me. I was like, okay, I've heard enough. I think I'll just.
Seriously, what a crock of shit that sounds.
Yeah, they put up the poster. All these, big name fucking stars that are playing all the characters, and it's like, who's playing the mummy? Who's playing Dracula? Who's playing this? And then it's like Tom Cruise playing like Bob Smith or some fucking shit, and you're like, who the fuck's this?
I would rather see old, fat, bald Brendan Fraser reprising that role.
Oh God!
Exactly.
See, I was disappointed in that Mummy from minute one because I thought it was gonna be more like what I guess this Mummy is trying to be, a little bit more serious, a little bit trying to like be like a kind of action heavy, kind of intense Mummy movie, and it was like so childish and campy that that was another one I saw in college, and I'm sitting there going, we should have smoked more before we came in here. This is. I didn't think it was supposed to be funny. I thought it was going to be like a serious action movie, and it's killing me that this is a kid's film.
The Brendan Fraser Mummy you thought was going to be serious, but it's Brendan Fraser.
I don't know.
It's Monkey Bone.
I thought it was going to be more serious than it was. Like this was like a flat out fucking Disney movie, practically. You know what I mean? And,
oh come on, he made fucking movies with Bugs Bunny in it, for fuck's sake.
Man, I liked Airheads.
I think the director made a few Disney movies too before he made the Mummy.
Yeah, it definitely felt Disney-ish, and I was not expecting that. Very disappointing.
We need Clive Barker's Mummy.
Yo, oh my God.
Screenplay that he wrote years ago. Yeah.
You imagine if they actually had the balls to make that movie.
Oh God.
I mean, have you played any of his video games? He is a twisted fucking guy. Like, holy shit, dude.
Yep.
I mean, that first Hellraiser movie is still fucking awesome. And Hellraiser 2, as far as sequels go, it's a
Hellraiser 2 still holds up. Yep.
So if we're talking franchises, the CDs. Fucking
and there's the reboot of that. Is it this year or next year?
Oh yeah.
How many?
Have you seen the fucking guy that's playing Pinhead?
No.
He looks like some fucking guy to be stacking shelves down the local supermarket. It's like, could you not get someone that fucking looked remotely interested?
You, come here, we need you. We're about to make your life change.
You look like a weirdo with a unibrow. Want to play Pinhead? How about cast a fucking guy that can act? I'll probably interview that fucker on my podcast when it comes out.
That's the thing, man. I just know you're putting all this energy out in the ether, and it's going to turn into a magnet and just pull. You fucking send us. All right, we'll come on my show and we'll talk.
It's like when you were mentioning Brendan Fraser, I was holding back because he was supposed to be coming on one of my other fucking live stream shows, my Drew Carson show when it came out. But I think I really pissed him off. I did a Skype with him and I guess his publicist or possibly his carer. I'm not 100% sure because he looks like he needs a fucking carer at the moment.
Oh no!
But he's like, he has no personality anymore.
Really?
It's like this. It's like he's on fucking pills for like.
Yeah.
So he's like totally just a fucking zombie. But we were talking back and forth, and it was just like him going like this, and then the publicist fucking asking it, and they said, "So what do you think?" And I said, "I thought I'd have to get fucking divorced before I had to get supervised visitation."
Wow!
And no fucker laughed.
Wow! Don't you hate when a joke doesn't land? Wow. Like, oh fuck! How did that not work? Oh.
It was me thinking, maybe I shouldn't have started this whole fucking Skype call by saying, "All right, my cunts."
That's how it works.
That's how I say hello. I don't know why people find it offensive.
Then you just go, "I'm Scottish. That's how I say I love you."
Yeah, that's it. Hey, culture clash, guys. Deal with it.
So, what other? Oh Christ!
How many have we made? It's a whole backlog.
This guy's saying it's not really a franchise, but what do you think of Hammer horror films? I think they were made by a studio called Hammer Horror. And that's about it. It ain't a franchise. What the fuck has that got to do with the show?
That's funny.
I don't get it. I'll say one thing about it. They were ahead of the curve until they weren't, and then they just were fucking so dated so quickly. in the 50s, they were like 5 years ahead of Hollywood with the style of horror they were doing. But by the 70s, they were still making the same fucking films they were making in the 50s. And Hollywood had moved on to The Exorcist and fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So that's why they died.
That's when the devil started taking over. And all the demon movies start coming
Hollywood became Satan's playground.
Christopher Lee had to go on a fucking Bond movie to make some money. One of the things I was actually talking about the night in the pub, we were talking about Sean Connery, and you were talking about Lord of the Rings earlier, and he had put that down.
Yeah,
right. It was the quote that he gave that's been given from him. They asked him if he wanted to do Lord of the Rings, and he's like, "Why the fuck would I want to do a movie with midgets with hairy feet?"
Oh shit! Yeah, he doesn't really hold back from what I've heard about.
Isn't that what he is, though?
Oh,
he's quite tall.
It's definitely what he looked like in that League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, where you're just like, yeah, dude, you better retire. And it's looking like they really needed to camera trick those punches for you. Like
that's the film he made because when Lord of the Rings was a hit, he basically said the next the next kind of like adventure film or fucking fantasy film that comes along, sign me up for it. And that's what unfortunately came along for him.
That's what came along.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
But then he's a fucking, he's a wife beater, allegedly.
I was gonna say, isn't he like a real prick in real life?
He's an arsehole, man. When he was a milkman, back before he did the James Bond movies, if the women couldn't pay for their fucking milk that day, he used to slap them about.
Wow, holy shit.
That's what's rumoured. I'll say rumoured.
Holy shit.
Allegedly. He came out in an interview and said that it was all right to slap your wife.
This is ruining my view of several films now.
Yeah, he's a cunt.
Yeah, damn.
And in that instance, that means I don't love you.
Yeah. He needs to walk around with a translator. They meant you, dude. They meant you. When you use it. It's like your version of dude over there. Like the non-gender binary universal just article. Like, yo, dude, come here, dude. It's like, let's start an argument over everything these days, guys. Fuck it. Can't use dude. Fuck you.
Here we go. Here's someone that's said, what about the Purge movies as a franchise?
The what?
The Purge.
The what?
Purge.
Purge.
I heard
wow.
Purge.
Yeah, me too. And I'm going,
I thought I said Purge, yeah.
I have no idea what that is. Is that some weird fetish shit from some corner of the world I've never been to?
They just don't say ours in Scotland.
I like.
We're not that type to say ours.
I liked the second one. I thought the second one was cool. I think that was like the first time where I thought, oh, maybe this could be, I guess, a world. I haven't seen Election Year though, but I know.
I was gonna say I saw the first one and I tapped out because I was disappointed with just where it went, how it ended up. I didn't even watch the other two.
The second one is so good. The second one's really cool, actually.
Okay.
It's like a team of people trying to survive the night. Like, and like one of them, of course, is like a military trained guy. So he's actually like out to fucking get some blood himself, and he winds up helping these people. And it becomes a pretty cool survival. Like almost like, remember Judgment Night when they go pulling off the highway and they like wind up in the hood. Like, oh my god, back in the 90s, like white people in the hood, horror.
That one.
Oh,
the first one disappointed me because it was just home invasion. I thought the concept is so cool, and then you're gonna just contain it in a home invasion flick. And I did see the second one, and I did enjoy the second one.
Yeah, you felt the
more
scope
than the first.
Like you definitely felt the scope.
Okay.
And I have not seen Election Day yet, though. I haven't seen the third one, so.
No, fuck them. They're shit.
Well, the premise is amazing when you think about like the
premise is great.
There's a politician running on the platform that they need to stop the purge. That like it's fucking insane. Like to me, this is like what we're all gonna be like 6 years from now. Going, all right, guys, seriously, the wall was crazy. It was a crazy idea. We gotta pull this shit down. And there'll be people going, on purge night, make sure he dies. That's how we're gonna handle it from now on. You know, it's like when you think about the idea of something like this happening and what the purge could be used as like a political tool. I mean, that's what the second one explores a lot, is people who like literally hold a grudge for the entire fucking year, and then on purge night they're like, yes, this is the night, and you're like, holy fuck, this is what it would really be like. This is like, this is kind of scary because of how possibly real it could be. I don't know.
That's really basically what the UK is going to be like in 5 years.
Yeah, the post-Brexit UK. Yeah. All right, everybody, just to keep you all under control, we're going to let you fucking kill each other one night a year for 6 hours or whatever it is, 12 hours, you know.
And the Irish are like, we're already doing that.
We're
controversial.
Wow. We're covering a lot of ground here tonight, man.
I've named at least 5 different types of people in the one night. It's not a fun show, is it?
That's how the show's making its way around the continents. They're like, these are the enemy. Who we must kill.
Yeah, so oh Christ. That was just someone's made quite an inappropriate Wes Craven joke in the sidebar. That was all. That's one you'd maybe hear in a pub and laugh, but you wouldn't fucking say live on air.
Yeah, commit to digital memory, you know.
What do you think? Do you think horror franchises are beneficial for the horror genre, or do you think it kind of waters down the fucking content?
In general, I think it's better because it gives movie studios and production companies more reason to fund other ideas, even if it does water down the franchise, you know. Because in 20 years, you'll just remember the good ones. Mm-hmm. Like I was saying with The Conjuring, like maybe we've seen the last good Conjuring film, and 20 years from now, we'll remember Conjuring 1, Conjuring 2, they were great. Conjuring 3 through 8 were pieces of shit. Like, you just remember the good ones, and then maybe
they really turned it around in 17. Though the 17th one really kind of brings the story home.
And then because maybe that's another great franchise that pops up somewhere.
Yeah,
like what Sinister tried to do.
Oh, I was gonna say, how have we gotten into this whole conversation without bringing up Sinister? Which I
loved. The first Sinister scared the fuck out of me. The second one, I was so disappointed in.
I didn't see the second one.
I haven't. Seen
I saw it in theaters, and when it was over, I was like, "Are you shitting me?" The first one scared me to my core, and the second one was garbage.
You guys have already ruined this. This is terrible.
But you should definitely watch it.
Yeah, I like the first one. I feel like it needed something that it didn't have. Yeah, and I don't know what, but there was just something missing from it for me. But it was enough that I was kind of interested to see the second one. I guess the idea that the Bagul is existing in this weird in-between dimension where it's like just captured in pictures, and yet he can like manipulate it and then come out of it. I don't know.
And then from
ground some rules in there.
From a production standpoint, like casting Ethan Hawke, like a A-list actor, to play like the actual like he's scared shitless and actually be able to pull that off, that only helps like a horror movie like that.
And that they used the same thing Scream did, where it's like, oh, you figure this person's gonna live because they're famous and they're an A-lister, and it's like, spoiler alert, the whole point of the movie is he's gonna get his ass killed. It's like, and when he dies, you're like, no fucking way that happened. Oh my god, fucking kids, horrifying. always the kids.
That was a bit dark. Fucking kids.
Fucking kids. That's why punctuation matters.
Allegedly.
Depends on if you talk to people in the Vatican or not.
There we go. We've offended Catholics as well.
I figured you got a hit list going on, and it's more like, you've just hit the magic word. Today we were hoping to offend the Vatican. Like
Who's
alarms going off, confetti falling out of the sky.
Have any of you actually been to the Vatican?
No.
We did a holiday in Italy, so because we were at fucking Rome, we decided we'd go to the Vatican. Walking around it, there's some fucking creepy ass pictures hanging up in that place. There's pictures that look like women getting raped.
They probably are.
And there's pictures that look like children basically getting raped, and you're like, they fucking not even hiding the fact that they're doing this to kids.
Out in plain sight.
Best way
this
to
is
hide.
here, right?
It's like I'm an atheist, so I'm probably not supposed to be in here.
maybe you're the only one who can see it then. Maybe the true believers are blind to that shit.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like in Westworld, like, what door? Like, that door, you motherfucker. What are you talking about? What door? I program them so that they don't see things that would hurt their mind. Like, okay.
Okay, fucking arsehole. This guy has just basically went, without the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, there would be no Lord of the Rings, because the Nightmare on Elm Street movies built.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding
me?
Wait, what was the end of that explanation? I want to hear this
Nightmare, I'm reading it as he's typing it here. The Nightmare on Elm Street movies built up enough capital with the sequels and all the merchandise and shit for New Line to be able to make bigger budgeted movies, which led to films like Seven, Blade, all those types of movies, and then Lord of the Rings.
So no other company could possibly do Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, that's what I took from it. But what he actually meant was...
I get what he's saying.
I understand what he's saying, but New Line was bought out by Warner Brothers years ago.
Yeah.
Seriously? Oh my God.
You know, at the time back in Elm Street...
This is the problem when you have fucking idiots on your Twitter. He's now called me a cunt.
I was gonna say, dude, wow.
Thank you.
I would expect something.
Go wank into your mum's pants.
Oh God.
I'm one of those people that doesn't give a fuck if I offend my audience. So
the blades have come out. It's Logan time, motherfuckers. Who's gonna survive?
Quite sadly, he's now getting the piss taken out of him by a lot of other people. I did not encourage that at all.
Your minions came out of the ground like you've spoken about the master.
Don't defend the masters, that's the masters.
Jesus Christ. This live stream will become everybody's favorite horror movie very soon.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the sequel to a friend request, is live stream.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then the last one is podcast. It's a reverting to the old technology.
It's the last episode you'll ever do.
It's like halfway through, Ripka pops up and never fucking says anything, just sits there.
Oh shit. Oh God.
As well.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is happening. This is happening right now. This is happening. Names are being dropped. Names are being dropped.
He knows I like him. I unfortunately, this is not going to fucking interest any of the fucking podcast people, but fuck it. He did a live stream on Facebook, right? And it was like to celebrate the 100th episode of his podcast. I wasn't watching it, to be honest, 100% honestly. So I reposted it onto my Facebook and I said, "Come and help Chris celebrate his 100th episode." Apparently, he was wrapping the fucking show up.
As he did that?
Yeah. It was ending his show. No, I mean, like he's never doing it again.
Yeah, no, I saw the post after that. But I guess at that point, nobody knew that he was doing it as his last episode.
Yeah. And I was like, "Come and help him celebrate."
Yeah,
I don't look like a dick at all now.
Going out in style with all these new listeners.
Maybe if I'd done that earlier, maybe he would have kept it going a bit longer.
Well, I think now I'm gonna have to start Baked and Bogus to just counteract the fact that Raw and Real doesn't exist anymore. And I wasn't even saying baked as like a pot thing. It was more like he was like raw and real. I'm like, all right, well, we're baked and bogus. Like maybe you didn't throw theirs in the oven, you fucking cooked ours up a little bit, and this is what you get. Yeah, put a little thought behind it. Boom, here we go. You know, baked and bogus. It's like we're not even trying to pretend we're real. We're just fucking around. That's what we do. Because I don't know shit. I'm not an expert in everything. I can't just like, all right, today we're talking about climate change. Do you believe it? Do you not? And where the hell's your information coming from? I'm some guy in Jersey. How's it going? You know what I mean? It's like
to be fair, anyone that does those shows knows fuck all about it either.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, I picked a very bad example topic there, but just in general. Like,
no, I mean, anyone that does a podcast knows fuck all about the topic they're actually talking about.
The podcast.
We're not just fucking cunts sitting in our houses talking shit online.
The best is when they start going, so I should have looked this up before we started, but I figured you guys would want to hear typing and hear what it sounds like when I'm waiting for websites to open. And here we go.
Yeah.
God, I actually clicked on something.
He's got his fucking porn start me open up on it.
This is how it works, people. This is how you do research in 2017. You Google it. For anyone listening in the future.
Yeah, it's not always the best plan. I remember I googled someone. Well, I stupidly used fucking Wikipedia because I couldn't be arsed going any further than Wikipedia. So I started asking them about films they had been in. They hadn't fucking been in any of these films. It was like the first 10 minutes was just them going, nope, wasn't in that. Nope, wasn't in that. And it was really hard not to just go, well, that's all I wanted to talk about. Bye. Because I thought that'd have been fucking brilliant as an episode.
You could have said you were doing like a Zach Galifianakis between two ferns thing, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, dude, it was purposely awkward. It was purposely awkward.
It's like people that say when they've watched the Haver show, a lot of the comments I get is, oh, that character you play on that show is funny. That's just me.
You're like, character? Like, what the fuck do you think this is, man? This is podcasting. We just show up in our fucking underwear. We don't put on characters.
You know, just because I'm taking the piss out the folk I'm on with, that's just me. I want to take people on that I don't like so I can take the piss out of them. That's the
Oh shit, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Is there anything you want to promote?
I batted lead, so why don't I'll bat cleanup this time. Why don't someone else go first?
Okay. I'll take a swing.
I like it.
Just the Ranting and Raving Podcast. If you like anything I said at all tonight, check it out at Ranting Podcast. That's it. Really, thanks for having me on, and it was a great meeting all you guys.
Cool. You want to check out Cellar Dweller Films? We're on Facebook. Cellar Dweller Films is my little production company, like 2 people. Yeah, we're got some other Grizzly stuff lined up for short films. Our next one that we're doing production is The Legend of Akamanto, a Japanese bathroom spirit. So that ought to be a lot of fun.
Nice.
It's going to be a really gory thing.
Someone's had some.
If we can secure a public restroom that'll let us bloody up the place, we'll be fine.
That's awesome. I'd love to be making that call. Like, yeah, I need to be able to turn your bathroom into like a fucking murder scene. Is that going to be okay with you guys? Well, as I mentioned at the top of the show, with the Hollow9ine Network, actually, I'm the CEO and founder of the Hollow9ine Network, which right now is a podcasting network that you can find on Podomatic. But we are, by the end of this month, going to be relaunching we're going to be sort of relaunching the whole network on our new website, which will be hollow9ine.com. And that's the word hollow, the number 9, INE. We're doing that just to be fucking different and cool. Deal with it. You'll learn to love it. And we're actually going to have a whole slew of new programs coming out, and all the programs that are currently on our mega feed are going to be getting their own RSS feeds. So we're kind of excited about that. And I'll just leave everybody with the words Tangent City. where blind alleys never lead to dead ends. Just keep your eyes out for and ears out for some stuff that's going to be tagged with that. It's going to be a little bit of our sort of flagship show at the new shop. So take a look. We're also on Facebook. You can find us there, Hollow9ine Network. We post a lot of funny shit there on our Facebook page.
And obviously I do this, the podcast for this. Behavior, which
It gets
I don't even know how you...
This is what it is.
This is what it is.
You ever watch The Office, the Christmas special? It's like, so, David, what you got going on? Oh, a whole lot more of these. Yeah, all right, what else? Just doing this. It's like, hey.
Yep, pretty much. Judging a fucking horror film festival, which I don't know if I'm actually allowed to fucking announce at any point. Kept in the loop really fucking well on it. So, look out for that or don't. And the Haver, I don't know what the fuck you'd call that as a show. I basically bring people on, we talk shite, and you give us stuff to talk about. Usually stupid stuff like fuck, marry, kill, Trump, Putin, and fucking Theresa May. That's still my favourite question so far.
Like
It was literally 15 fucking minutes where my guests went through the reasons behind every one. Like,
God. Talk about taking it to death, man. That's kill the joke. Kill. Kill the Gibson.
so,
no one's going to pick up that reference.
in closing, what have we decided? Horror franchises, good or bad? I'm going to go good.
I like them.
Yeah.
It's another thing to collect, you know, like comic books. Fuck it.
Yeah.
There's another one of these. I'll go see it. Let's go.
You'll always see the good ones and the bad ones.
It's a thing to do with the chick.
Better.
Yeah, it's a thing to do with your date, your significant other. Like, all right, hey, let's just, you know what? Let's just go see another fucking Saw movie. You know what? We know what it's gonna be. Let's get out of the fucking house. Oh wait, it's streaming already. Fire Stick. Fuck it. Let's just watch this shit. Guess we're not going out. I won't shower. Fine. Fuck you. This is why I want a divorce, because we never fucking do anything anymore.
That got very real very quickly.
Horror franchises, they remind you of life.
Horror franchises.
Speaking of not doing characters.
Yeah, right. Irony is a bitch.
Okay, well, I'd like to thank you for coming on the show. It's been great hanging with you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Thank you. Thanks for having us, man. Good to meet you guys. This was awesome.
And always to the audience, fuck off.